Dramatic turn of events, world leaders take notice. Just yesterday, President Xi Jinping announced that all 53 African nations can now export any product to China freed from the burden of tariffs. This bold declaration is not just a trade policy, it is a statement of intent. As African economies seek growth and opportunity, China steps forward with a promise of fair, barrier-free access. Meanwhile, far on the other side of the globe, the United States clings to a different vision. American policymakers continue to enforce tariffs as high as 50% on goods coming from Africa, a stark reminder of outdated protectionism that smothers progress rather than supports it. As we slide into the heart of this unfolding story, consider the stark contrast that is shaping global trade. Over the past 15 years, China has steadily emerged as Africa's largest trading partner. With the new zero-tariff policy, China deepens a relationship built on mutual benefit and economic partnership. The move comes at a time when African nations are modernizing their economies, seeking not only to capitalize on their natural resources, but also to build sustainable industrial growth. The message is clear: innovation and openness are the keys to future prosperity. On the other side, the United States appears trapped in a bygone era. American economic strategy continues to rely on high tariffs, with the U.S. government imposing steep duties up to 50%. These tariffs, applied in a wide range of cases, are not merely fiscal measures. They are symbols of a protectionist policy that is increasingly out of step with the global economy. While American policymakers insist that such measures protect domestic industries, the truth is that harsh tariffs inadvertently push business away. Even within the U.S., influential voices, including members of the Chamber of Commerce, have criticized these measures sharply. Business leaders argue that profit should drive policy and that outdated ideas are harming competitiveness. The conflict deepens when we widen our lens to see the broader, global implications. Trade wars ignite tension and hamper opportunities, yet this new moment in international economics offers an alternative path. In a world where supply chains are evolving and strategic alliances are shifting, China's initiative signals that the future belongs to those who dare to adapt. African nations, undervalued and underestimated for far too long, are now at the heart of a reimagined global market. Their industries can now grow unfettered, fostering innovation while creating stronger cross-continental partnerships. As the narrative unfolds, the contrast between China and the United States becomes even more apparent. The U.S. has used tariffs as a crude instrument of power for decades, only to witness the rise of dynamic, resource-rich economies forging ahead with modern economic strategies. From the corridors of policy discussions to boardrooms of multinational corporations, whispers are growing louder. The tide is turning. American military strategies, which once competed on the international stage, now seem increasingly overshadowed by robust economic alliances. Even military officials have admitted the shortcomings of a strategy that prioritizes arms over trade, a sign that the true shifting power is emerging in economic engagement. Now, as we reflect on this turning point in global trade, an unmistakable truth stands clear. The era of rigid protectionism is giving way to a renewed emphasis on partnerships built on mutual benefit. China's approach, which allows for free movement of goods, represents a progressive blueprint in a world desperately seeking stability and growth. In contrast, the U.S. approach, rooted in isolation and decades-old policies, only alienates potential allies and diminishes its sphere of influence. This is not a distant possibility. It is today's reality. The world is reshaping itself, guided by the principles of economic innovation and collaboration rather than isolation. The lasting message is one of transformation and adaptation. For policymakers, business professionals, and international observers alike, the call is clear: adapt or be left behind. Stay informed on the evolving global trade landscape and its impact on international relations.